live?
I'm alive. I'm talking to you, ain't I?
No, not alive. Live.
I'm live now. All right, everybody. Welcome to the party because we got a lot to talk about today. We got to talk about Mayor Paul Coogan. We got to talk about Market Basket. We're going to be talking about Governor Moore Healy. I think Annalisa. I think I sent you some what do you call it? Some stuff.
I know.
So
I can't keep it all straight in my head. There's so much going on in this state. It's ridiculous.
yeah, tell me about it. I
Oh
feel
my
you.
God.
Yeah.
I can't keep up. I can't keep up.
Well, we're going to keep up today, but first we're going to be talking about Market Basket because I found some. I was at Market Basket. Okay, everybody, welcome to Fall River Media News. I have my co-host Annalisa, on with me, and again, we're going to be talking about Market Basket. So, but I'm sorry about trying to. Coming on late, but I should have did my errands yesterday, and anyways, I'm here. So I'm here. So welcome to the party, everybody. So if you guys want to listen, just come on. So Annalisa, Market Basket. Okay, Market Basket. I'll tell you, the CEO. Remember, we were discussing that, but now the director of CE, there was two directors that also got suspended too. I think both. I think one of them is. I think they either would pay or without pay on one of them because of the DHS went in there and raided Market Basket in New Bedford. So wow, that was something.
I wonder who gave them the tip for that.
Oh, I like to know because because you want to know why? Because I really want to shake the hand.
Yeah.
Honestly. Oh,
All
you should
right.
have. Yeah, you should have seen it. You should have seen it this morning. Me and Linda, we were out waiting for the bus, and I was talking to we were talking to our neighbor George, and and he, and a couple of an immigrant woman and a child was standing there, and we're talking about illegal aliens, and what she did was we noticed her as we were talking about it. She walked away. She walked away. She went down.
Mm-hmm.
She went down into the other side of the corner somewhere with her little girl. Basically I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The people don't belong here. Get out of here.
Well,
Go back to where you live.
they're always going to be on the run.
Come legally.
Yeah, let's just all come legally so we can all give our funding out to you guys. Nah. No, but I'll tell you though. I mean, but she didn't. She basically did not like what we said.
What'd you say?
Oh, we were talking about the illegal aliens coming in, coming into the country.
He understood that?
Yeah, she understood it. Yeah.
Really?
She didn't say nothing, but she understood it. Believe it or not. To me, I don't. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But we were down at Market Basket, so I decided to do a live video at Market Basket because I was down there. I talked a little bit about the CEO and the two directors that were suspended with I think with pay or without pay or something. Yeah, with pay. I said it with pay, but I'll tell you, there is more to it. Market Basket right now is in a lot of trouble because of them hiring the undocumented with the ones that did not have
proper papers.
The proper papers like Social Security cards, Social Security cards, or ID. So, I mean, your opinion, what do you think is going to happen?
Well, they can get those fake IDs. They can get the fake social security cards, licenses. They can do all this. People have it all set for them to be able to pretend that they are here legally with these fake IDs.
Yeah. So what do you
And
go ahead? I'm listening.
well, the market basket in Salem is all the people that work there are, I would say for the most part, always speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
And when you go check out, um, they're speaking in Spanish as well. And I'm like, I don't agree with it. It's like you are conducting business, right? You're taking transactions and money from people. The least you could do is speak English.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you conversing in another language where nobody understands? I don't like that. I think it's very unprofessional. So
I think it's unprofessional too myself.
yeah, I don't like that. And most people speak English in this country. They don't speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm. Of
So
course
they
not.
should
Yeah.
be able to converse in English is my point. If you're going to hire somebody, make sure that they know English and that they speak English in the workplace and not speak Spanish in front of the customers that don't know what the heck you're talking about.
Linda said hello.
Hi. So I'm glad that they got caught. I think Walmart might be next. I know they've been doing Home Depot as well.
Ooh, yeah. They've been
So
doing. They.
I think they're getting I don't know why they're targeting Market Basket right now. Maybe because there's so many of them. I'm not sure
Well, I think
what
they
the
had it.
reason is.
I think they had it already planned to
Right.
target Market Basket because it seemed kind of funny one time when Linda and I were in there in New Bedford, and we've been actually seeing a lot of them in there, and every time we ask them where is a certain item, I don't speak English. I'm like, okay, so what the
Isn't that so dumb?
yeah,
It's
it's like
so
why are
dumb.
you working here if you don't speak any English at
I
all?
know, right?
Yeah,
It's just bad business. It's
yes, it
just
is.
bad business, and I won't
Oh,
go. I won't go to these places where they speak Spanish in front of you. It's like I'm not doing it anymore.
yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
giving me. I'm not giving them like Market Basket. I'm not giving them my business. I'm going elsewhere where they speak English, even if it might cost a little bit more. I don't even care.
Go to Stop and Shop.
I can go to Shaw's. I can go to Stop and Shop. I can go to Whole Foods. I can go to other grocery stores without, listening to them speaking Spanish.
Yeah. Oh, they
And
speak
I don't know
Spanish
what the
all the
heck they're
time.
talking. Why should I give them business if I don't even? I don't know. I just don't get like. You know what? I think these businesses like Market Basket, they should also get penalized. The
Well,
businesses should get penalized as well.
well, Market Basket is under fire right now because of these two directors and these two directors and the RDT that they suspend with pay. So Market Basket, yeah, Market Basket's under
Well,
fire right now.
who hired these illegals?
That's a good question.
Who told them? Who told them to hire illegals?
Yeah, I
The
supposed.
managers. The managers did it on their own. Were they told by upper management to hire them at a lower wage? You don't have to pay them that much. I mean, what's the reason for hiring illegals?
Well, somebody from the bottom had to get clearance from somebody from the top to actually hire these people. Well, let these people fill out the application, but don't ask them for any ID. Don't ask them for their social security number.
Well, plausible deniability.
What plausible
deniability.
How are they going to work if they don't have a social security number? If they're not here legally, how are they going to work? Either they're here legally or they've got fake documents.
Well, they have to have fake documents or something, because I mean, I don't know how somebody can get hired.
One lady who talked and assumed name said that she never asked for a social security card.
She what?
What, Linda? What was that? Come over here, Linda.
One woman from the Bedford who talked using an assumed name said they never told me they never asked me to see a social security card for me.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, check that
out.
out.
Standard procedure.
So that's the problem then.
To verify that you are legally
right,
that you're legally allowed to work in the United States.
So they're
over the green card.
So they're actually, I guess, hiring people knowing that, willingly knowing that they are illegals.
You got it. Yep.
That's what it sounds like. If they didn't ask. If they didn't ask, then they know they're illegals because they won't have a card or it's a fake one.
Yep. And go ahead.
No. So I just think that they should be held accountable for that.
I think so too. Yeah. But I think Market Basket is, I think they're in a lot of trouble though.
It might be because of hiring illegals. That's maybe why they're in a lot of trouble.
They maybe have to force to close down. Maybe
Well, if these people, I guess in New Bedford there were over 167 employees that they had.
162.
162.
I think
so
it was.
You know what? They're going to have to replace them with the American workers that are looking for a job.
That is true. Yep. And right now, I think Market Basket in New Bedford is hiring, and because
there you go.
I think they are. But today I went to Fall River Market Basket, and I went to Fall River Market Basket, and I didn't see the aisles are usually full with employees. Especially the ones
so they got scared. So
especially the ones
got scared off.
Mm-hmm. So especially the ones that that never spoke English. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because I was just telling Linda. I said, Linda, remember the aisles used to be full, but they're not full. They're not full with workers anymore. They're like very few that we see over here in Market Basket.
Well, because they're afraid now. They're afraid that they're going to get caught, so they're hiding, and they're not going to work.
Do you remember, David, we went to the New Bedford Market Basket?
Go ahead.
I was buying sodas, and I was buying these packs of seltzer or soda, forget which it was, and I wanted to just have them put the orange paint sticker on the item instead of putting them in paper bags, which I couldn't carry very well anyway. I asked the clerk, please, just tag these and do not bag them. I had a book bag on wheels I could have carried them in. She said to put them back and totally ignored me.
Did you hear that? And
she probably didn't understand what you said.
No, she didn't understand what you said.
She had no idea what you said.
I'm going to go to the article. It's one of my Facebook.
Well, Linda's going to look at the article too, so she's going to pull the article up. So why she's doing that? I'm going to
well, there must be a lot of illegals in New Bedford.
Oh my God, there's on Annalisa, there is tons of them, of them.
That's Market Basket spends 47 employees after an ICE audit exposed the missing Social Security cards. ICE stated their current focus is cracked on employers having undocumented immigrants.
Yeah. They did an audit.
That's the New Bedford guide.
Yeah, they did the audit.
The
They're
Market
scared.
Basket supermarket on Sawyer Street in New Bedford has suspended 47 employees this week following an audit.
Wow.
This is Dateline 5 days ago. The Market Basket supermarket on Sawyer Street in New Bedford suspended 47 employees this week following an audit of the employment eligibility forms of U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement. The audit required workers to present the Social Security cards they initially used for hiring, which many could not provide. This action stemmed from lengthy ICE notice of inspection aimed at verifying workers' authorization to work in the U.S. ICE's acting director, Todd Lyons, indicated the agency plans to focus on employers hiring undocumented immigrants as part of a broader deportation initiative under President Donald Trump. Among the affected employees were immigrants from Guatemala. One 40-year-old woman who had been employed for 2.5 years, earning $15 per hour, was suspended after being summoned on a day off. Their 2 U.S. citizen-born daughters, 14 and 8. Intends to seek new employment while remaining in the country. Another suspended worker, a 22-year-old married woman with an infant, was part of an initial group of 7 to 8 let go out prior to notice of job placement assistance. Those suspended market-based employees have been tamed by ICE so far. The one arrested occurred in New Bedford on Monday as part of national deportation efforts. There's a different article. Oh, that's not the one I sent you. I sent James a different article on this. It was similar. Hang on.
But yeah, Linda sent me a different article, so she's gonna pull that article up.
I can find it.
But that's a shame. That's horrible.
No, I'm glad that they got caught. You know what? It's about time.
It's about time we clean this up.
About time that these people should not be living in this country so comfortably, thinking that they got in here illegally and now they can have a life by taking jobs from Americans and having, some kind of a life in this country. It's not right. It's just not right.
No, it's not.
No, those jobs that they stole and that Market Basket allowed them to have
Bedford Light, not the Bedford Guide.
should be going to the American citizen. That's who it should go to.
Yeah, well, it should go to the American citizens. I mean, never mind these people coming, never mind these illegal aliens. These illegal aliens, they don't even belong in this country, okay? They need to go back to their own country, and that's it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, these companies that hire these illegals are like sending a message. Yeah, you can come on over in this country illegally and we will give you a job. That's the message.
Yep.
And it's like, no, you shouldn't be doing that, because if they turn them away, these people would not come in.
But Annalisa, I'm going to say this. Before I get to the comments, I want to finish what I'm talking about here. So I'll get to the comments in a little bit. But anyways, I think what they're doing is they're not really paying them the full minimum, the full minimum wage. I think they're just
15 is the minimum wage.
Well, if they're illegal aliens, they're not going to get the full minimum wage here. If they don't have papers or ID,
we don't know what they're getting paid. Let's just say that they are getting the minimum wage. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the minimum wage is in Massachusetts anymore. Is it $15 an hour?
Yeah. Well, it's $15. Well, it's $15 an hour in Massachusetts now. The minimum wage now. So, I have people here. So, well, I have Corey something. He's we need to clean up these drugs off the streets, and we also need to protect our firefighters and give Fall River the funding to get a new fire station. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, but we talked about that last week on our show, Linda. I'm sorry, Anna, Lisa. We talked about that.
We talked about that quite a bit.
Yeah, and I agree. Because Governor Moore Healy, she gave $1.2 million, but that was to cover the overtime. That wasn't to put men back on to put men on any trucks. So that 1.2 million wasn't to
Well, you
put
also gave me an article stating that Mara Healy was spending over $3,000 a week.
I found the article, David. Are you ready?
$3,870 per
Yeah,
family.
per
I have that article right here.
per week.
Per week.
Per week.
Yeah,
Which
that is
comes
per
out
week.
to be almost $200,000 a year.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
And that's just one family.
That's well, but look at this though. Look at this right here. I have this one right here. A mass physical blast at Beacon Hill leadership for misplacing spending properties and prioritize as shelters costs near 1 billion, 3,870 per family per week.
Right.
So that's what she's doing.
And that money that should not be going to the illegals could be going to other communities like Fall
Lisa
River
this in the messenger.
that might need firefighters.
Okay, I think the article from the New Bedford Light and Messenger is more detailed than the Bedford Guide article was.
But I can't go see
That's the
it
original
because
one I
I'm
read.
on my phone. I can't do it.
Yeah, she can't go see it.
Should I touch on that for you?
Well, Linda wants to read that.
The
Here,
details
Linda,
that-
here.
Okay.
Yeah, just put it on your head.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just well. Fine. This article is from the NewBedfordLight.org. It's more detailed than the New Bedford Guide was. Market Basket suspended dozens of workers from its store on Surrey Street this week, a direct result of recent operations by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. According to the Centro Comunitario de Trabajadores, 47 workers at the New Bedford Market Basket were let go this week shortly after being asked to give Social Security cards they originally used to get their jobs. A spokesperson for Market Basket confirmed that it was a result of an ICE action. ICE conducted operations recently in New Bedford at Market Basket and took enforcement actions against some employees. The spokesperson said in an email, "This happens from time to time in the regular course of business." The Light also asked the spokesperson in an email to confirm the number of total employees, the number of suspended employees, the date on which they asked employees for Social Security cards, and whether other locations were being audited. The company spokesperson declined to answer those questions. On Friday, after publication, the spokesperson issued an updated statement. The employees were suspended as a result of a Homeland Security investigation dating back to 2023. The employees have an opportunity to be reinstated pending updating their working papers. Thursday's action comes after Todd Lyons, acting director of ICE, told CBS News that the agency would begin targeting employees of undocumented immigrants as part of President Donald Trump's mass deportation campaign. Adrian Ventura, the executive director of CCT, said this is a moment he was worried would come. "This is the same my biggest fear," he said in Spanish. "It's also my fear when it comes to the fishing industry. They're going to use documents as weapons," he continued. "I call this a document raid." Elizabeth was suspended. Elizabeth said her first went off a month ago when management at the store asked employees for Social Security cards they used to apply for the jobs. "I've worked here for 2.5 years," said Elizabeth, the Guatemalan woman who asked to use a pseudonym due to fears about immigration status. "They never asked for that before." The action, formerly called I-9 inspection, though often referred to as an audit, was likely triggered by a notice of inspection to the employer to review the I-9 forms with their employees. All employees are required to fill out and show proof of permission to work in the U.S., be it with a passport or combination of Social Security card and driver's license. By law, the employer is required to have all available the I-9 forms of all current and maintain those of all former employees for 3 years. According to guidance from ICE, if the audit finds an employee is not currently authorized to work in the U.S., the employee can no longer provide them work. But according to Jennifer Villard, a New Bedford-based immigration attorney, this is not something employers generally do their own volition. Usually, companies are concerned they might have to pay penalties, and they might have an attorney at a law firm work and help them extend the audit, said Velarde. Elizabeth said there were rumors of ICE agents walking around the store raised a credible fear in a city where at least 42 immigrants have been detained by the agency as part of national mass deportation campaign. The most recent arrest occurred on Monday. None of the suspended workers have yet been reported as detained. Elizabeth said Elizabeth was happy after work Monday. She saw a friend leaving in tears. A colleague told me they were firing people, she said. They called them to meet in the morning. She said they were suspended. The first group of 78 workers was 22 women from Guatemala who said the move was unexpected. It's sad for me, said the woman who was pressed anonymity due to immigration status. She said she was married with an infant child at home. They didn't give us anyone. They took me by surprise. I asked if they're going to help us find work, and she said no. She said, what am I supposed to go find work? No one is hiring now. Ventura says CCT is looking into whether the move qualifies as a violation of the WARN Act, a law in Massachusetts that requires employers to let go of 50 or more workers at a time to employ 500 or more employees at a site, give ample notice and help them with finding new work. It was less than 50. It's 40-something. So when Elizabeth was 4, the two daughters, age 14 8, received a call at 8 a.m. on Tuesday, her first day off for 6 days of full-time work at $50 an hour, asked her to come in. She knew what was coming. That didn't stop the impact, though. A social security card is not just something you can go and guide, says Elizabeth, who added that she is currently in the process of seeking work authorization. The company knows the whole time about our status. I thought it was unjust, Elizabeth said. Management didn't seem to even think of us as people. They treated us like we were disposable, like we were garbage. Ventura said that most disturbed was a secrecy. They called them in and spoke so beautifully, saying they could come back once they had social security cards. He said, but that's not true. They got rid of them forever. Bellotti says she believes that current immigration policy has a lot to do with market-based suspensions. There's a catch-22 of a lot of people working here, she said, but it can be triggered, especially in this environment at a large scale. She added that recent appropriation to ICE means there will be more prisons and more beds to contain immigrants, leaving large swaths of the population vulnerable, especially those who work in industries such as hospitality, leisure, restaurants, supermarkets, and fishing. Where are they going to go with people filled in prisons and workplaces like market basket and fish houses, she said. It makes me sad because there are people that have to feed their families. Now they have no work and they feel trapped. We're going to what companies are concerned about ICE. It'll have a big impact on small cities like us. As a question, Michael Goodman, professor of public policy, University of Massachusetts Dartmouth, has been pondering. 47 workers at Market Basket. It may not be easy to backfill that number of workers that some folks may believe, he said. I think the impact of the benefit of employers will be concentrated in certain areas where the four.
How long is this article? Sorry.
Okay. I'm going to touch on the end of it. Hang on here.
Okay.
So this creates anxieties and concerns in worker communities where they might be mistakenly identified as undocumented. It may be a discouraged worker effect when people are discouraged from working in environments where they might get the scrutiny. Okay.
This is such a scam. These people are such scam artists. They play dumb. I didn't know. They never asked us for that before. They didn't do this. The management didn't do that.
Hold on. How long is she working? How long is she working for Market Basket?
They're full of crap. They're so full of crap. They know what they're doing is wrong.
Exactly. They know it. And the store managers know to ask for documentation when they sign them on to hire them.
Right. They know.
No, don't even go there with me. Don't even go there with me.
They know. They knew exactly what they were doing.
And isn't an essential part of your job being able to communicate with your coworkers and your customers?
I don't understand why they hired them. That's what I don't understand. Like, why are they hiring illegals? Is there some reason for that they can't speak English, or they give them $10 an hour instead of $15? I don't get it.
It said $15 in the article.
Well, then why if they're getting minimum?
Well, yeah, I was right. $15. Then
I don't understand.
I thought they would pay.
But there's something called an ITIN number. Look it up.
I thought they would pay them less because of them being undocumented.
They shouldn't even be
$15, so that's pretty good.
They shouldn't even have a job. Period. They shouldn't even have a job. Why are they working? Why is Market Basket hiring illegals?
Look up ITIN, individual tax by identification number. It's a 9-digit number issued by the U.S. Internal Revenue Service to individuals who are required to have a U.S. tax by identification number, but not eligible for a Social Security number, used for federal tax purposes. Non-resident aliens.
They're here illegally. They should not be getting anything.
That stuff.
They shouldn't be getting anything.
I had to run it on a bus today with a couple of anti-Trumpers who said that Trump could take over the medical insurance or cut Medicare medical insurance. I said for the people who were supposed to be out in the first place,
right?
Who got unlawfully.
Yeah. See, this is all media propaganda. That
people that are using their Medicare. the undocumented illegal
So government should pay
immigrants.
anything. What
Well,
about
they
that
should be.
4%? What about the 4% surtax on millionaires? Not just on their income, but on their assets. You know what's happening? Those wealthy people are leaving the Commonwealth.
Of course, of course. Of course they're leaving. Why would they
Multi-millionaires
want
are
to
leaving.
stay in a state
And
where
this-
they have to pay 4% more on taxes?
And this was a referendum by the voters themselves. I knew it was a bad idea before he went to the polls.
This is called brainwashing.
Think about a lot of these high income people are the ones who are the entrepreneurs start businesses that give middle class people their jobs. If they're not creating jobs, you're not gonna be hired.
That is true. If you're not creating jobs, you're not going to be hired.
And it wasn't like they're just taxing income from work. They were okay. Your stock and bond dividends, we're going to tax those as well. Oh, we sold the house, we're taxing that extra 4%.
Well, if your home is worth $1 million and you sell it for $1 million, that's also subject to the 4% surtax.
It is.
Yeah, it's not just wages; it's everything. It's everything. This state is a mess. Massachusetts is a mess. It's a mess. And hopefully, when the elections come around, people will go out and bring in new officials.
Hopefully.
There's
We talked to a woman today. She has some. I'm not gonna mention what issue she's facing, but they're of a health nature. She was the first step in for months, and then they made her leave. She tried to get a place to get shelter. She's been told there's no funding, but if she was illegal, they'd be housing her. She's 25 years old.
Yeah, if they're an illegal,
Yeah,
they'll get everything.
Didn't we help out a little bit?
No, and her partner, her boyfriend, I gave some numbers of certain places that pertain to issues he's facing. I said, here, take this number down, give him a call.
Yeah, we helped them out.
Tell them everything going on.
Yeah, we did.
I'd like to vote, but I have no permanent address, and I can't stand the mayor who's in charge of the city right now.
Well, we did help. We did help out a little bit. We gave we gave numbers out so that way we can help the individual to get some to get help like DDS and stuff, because I'm not going to say his name, but he was autistic, so
autistic and homeless.
Autistic and homeless. So I said, look, don't you know that you can be you're qualified for DDS and other services?
Why?
He said he didn't even know that.
Why can't these people find a job?
We helped. So my wife gave him a couple of numbers.
No, these are Americans I'm talking about, not undocumented.
These are American people we're talking about.
No, I know. Why can't
I'm
they
talking
find
about
a job?
A somebody that has, I won't mention his name, but he has, he's autistic.
There are services to help them find work too, David.
And there are also services to help.
I was connecting to those services.
Yeah, so DDS can connect him into those services.
Yes.
Do you mind? Thank
you.
Yeah. So DDS will connect them into those services. And so we help.
Massability has
okay. This is my question, though. I get you wanting to help and all that, but why always turn to the government?
Well, because of this individual, Linda. Because of this individual is autistic. You know what I'm saying? And
I know, but there are a lot of people that are autistic. It depends on the spectrum where they are that can still work. But my question again is, why is it's the first thing that people think about when someone's in trouble, or they don't have this and they don't have that they have to go to the government? Well, why is that the first thing to go to. Why not say Market Basket is hiring?
Well, see what.
Why
See,
don't
well,
you go over there and see if you can find a job?
well, the reason why is because this he's different. Okay, he's different between other people. You know what I'm saying? So those kind of people.
But
Okay,
again, I know, but I know
I
what you're saying, Dave. But again, there are people that are autistic and can still work. I don't know where he
but
falls in the spectrum. But why
well,
is it that you're?
he's
But
high.
why?
He's high functioning.
Yeah, so that
He's high
means he can
functioning.
find it, which means he can
But
find a job.
he did tell us that. He did tell us that. He said,
Right.
"Look," he says, "I need an apartment.
There
Okay,
you go.
I need an apartment. I
Yeah.
need an address. Before I fill out any type of application, I need an
Right.
apartment. I need a place to stay." So I said, "Look," I says, "this is the first thing we told him that he can actually start off with is just okay. There's programs out there for you that could help you get on your feet, and then you decide from there." He says,
Well, do you really?
He says, "I do want to get a job." He
Okay.
said that.
Do you really think that with the way Massachusetts is being run right now, that that guy unfortunately is going to be able to find housing because he's not an illegal? Do you think that they're going to give him something? I don't think so.
Well, they'll probably find him. They'll probably give him. They'll probably like put him up in a hotel for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You know. But
Well,
hey,
no
it's a
problem.
start. You know what I'm saying? You got to start somewhere. You
The,
know.
the, the problem with I'm going to say it again. The problem with this state is that they take care of the illegals, and you have people like you came across that are
Come on,
being pushed aside. The
Yeah.
American citizen
Amazon deliveries there, right top, right top of the box.
that wants to find a job,
Yeah.
but can't find a place to live and can't do this and can't do that because Mara Healy is taking care of the illegals. Now, I know somebody sent a comment and said that the firefighters need to be protected and Fall River needs funding. And I'm gonna go say it again now to the residents of Fall River. What
Yeah.
do you think of Mara Healy giving money and shelter and food stamps or EBT cards, whatever you want to call it, to the illegals, instead of going to what that city needs, which is firefighters and more men that can man these trucks? Why is it that people, I don't understand this. Like, why is it that people don't question that? You know
Well,
what I mean? Like, why?
I question it all the time, but I don't
But
know about the
people,
others.
but some people that make comments like that one that you read
Yeah.
about funding and all that stuff. Do you know Mara Healy cut the funding for local projects,
Yes,
but
she did.
will give $5 million to a slush fund for the illegals if they need legal help? Like, what? What in the world? She's giving $5 million an extra $5 million to the illegals, where maybe some of that money could have been used for Fall River and other communities.
You got that right. It could have been used for firefighters. It could have been used for anything. But $5 million to the illegal aliens,
That's crazy.
that is crazy money.
On top of giving them housing, paying for their rent, paying for their food, paying for their transportation. And then, you come across somebody who can't even get an address, who can't get an apartment because they're all because who comes first? The illegals.
Yes. No, you're right. I get that. But but see, but see, the reason why, because I have a stepson that's is on a spectrum too. You know what I'm saying? And and I have two. One's nonverbal, the other one's on a spectrum. and I have a passion for them. You know what I'm saying? You know, for those kind of people, and and it breaks my heart to to see that. You know what I mean? To see somebody like that on the street, and I'll tell you, it's hard enough for them because it's hard enough for them, but it's even harder now because somebody like that is living out in the
But
street and don't have a job.
you know what? I know what you're saying, Dave. But you know something? The people in this state, in
Yeah, I understand.
Massachusetts, need to change these officials that are in office.
Mm-hmm.
Period. Period. They have got to go. They've got to go. They are ruining the state. They're
Yeah.
ruining it.
Yes, they
They're
are.
ruining it.
Impossible.
Right.
My wife might be a little bit on the spectrum too, but no. So
Brian Shortsleeve, who is one of the Republican candidates that's running for governor, said that he was the only candidate that would repeal the MBTA Communities Act, which is all this building that is going around, like say in Swampscott and other places. Okay.
short sleeve, yeah,
He said he would get rid of it because it's government overreach and all this stuff.
yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Now, people in Swampscott that did not want this overbuilding that is going on here has to wait a year if he gets in. While they're actually digging up right now, and they're changing the downtown area as we speak, as I did a live on it, and you can see the construction that is going on.
I saw the construction. I did.
Yeah.
You actually saw that. I saw the replay of it, but I
So
mean, you got to text me, let me know that when you're on, so I can.
so the money, there's more money that's being diverted to projects that I don't think really are necessary. That's another, to me, waste of money.
Yeah.
All right. But Swampscott is obsessed with housing, and I don't know why. I don't understand it. And I saw another article where Mara Healy has a friend who is involved in the mortgage business
Mortgage.
who donated to her campaign, Mara Healy's campaign.
Oh boy.
All these buildings and all these units that are going up, a lot of them are being funded by Mara Healy's friend who donated to her campaign.
Yep.
And that's another article. I forget the name of it. Blue something. It's Blue something. And that is another, it's the problem with and a lot of the politicians, how they make sure
Bandwidth. Yeah, it's that bandwidth. Oh boy.
That's supposed to get run things.
Yeah. I'll just wait until she comes back again. That bandwidth. Yeah, she'll be back on again. Probably lost Wi-Fi for a minute.
We'll see Jacob. How was everything, Jacob? Good?
Ben, yeah, she'll be back again. But anyways, I just want to. Oh, she's off. So, but anyway, she'll probably come back on. Just give it a second. Well, anyways, I just want to talk about this. I'll wait until she comes back on. So I just wanted to actually talk about this guy here. The thief suspect led Massachusetts State Police and local police on a long a long chase, and that ended up in a ferry crash on Route 195. A scene that sounds out of oath of a page on a patrol live results in a local arrest, according to police on Wednesday at approximately 3:15. All right, she's back on. Yep. Okay. Um, that was it, according to police at 3:15. Kingston Police dispatches recovered a 911 call from a resident and indicated that a multiple thefts were in the area of backyards of activity stealing. Well, yeah, there's a guy that was led police on a chase. I was just reading
So
that until you come back. Go ahead.
I'm gonna change the subject back to
Go
the
ahead.
mortgage and Mara Healy's friend and how they help each other out.
Yeah.
This is how the game in politics works. It is corrupt. It's corrupt. And money is going to people that should not be getting it. They shouldn't be getting all these projects because they're making money. And everybody else has to suffer because they're making money. And she has got to be voted out. Laura Healy has to be voted out.
She's got to be voted out. She needs to be because it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying?
Michelle Wu needs to be voted out. They all
Oh,
need to be
let's
voted out.
let's
All
let's
of
let.
them.
I don't know if you saw that. Michelle Wu says, the Boston mayor, Michelle Wu, she says, well, the National Guards don't be needed over here in Boston.
The National Guard or ICE?
No, the National Guards. It was something about uh, the overdose and stuff that's going on over there. She says, "Oh, the National Guards don't need to be coming over here."
She need, you know, something. That woman has got to go.
She's got to go. Is right.
The
She's got to
people
go.
of Boston need to go vote and vote her out. Period.
That too. Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. Same
And
thing here.
and the same with Mara Healy. You got to go out and vote and get her out of office.
Because I'm going to tell you, everybody, whoever's listening to this live stream, hold on, anybody that's listening to this live stream, okay, if you guys don't vote Maura Healey out, okay, you guys have to vote her out, okay. Michelle Wu in Boston, I'm talking about the people in Boston too, okay. If you guys don't vote her out, and you guys vote for these people, then you guys become you guys are part of the problem, okay, because we cannot have these people in here destroying destroying our neighborhoods. Okay, we can't anymore because 4 years with Maura Healey, with
Michelle Wu.
Michelle Wu, and then and 4 years more and a couple more years more with Mayor Paul Coogan. No, we got to vote. We got to vote these people out. Even our mayor, we got to vote these people out because I can't. I can't take any more of that.
You know the story of Athens, Tennessee.
No, you got it. I know you're going to tell me to me, but
well, okay. I mentioned it to Chip and CJ,
yeah.
And Chip went to go look it up, and he said he has never forgotten it ever since he knew about it. So this happened after World War II, in 1945, I think.
Yeah.
In Athens, Tennessee. And there was a lot of corruption going on in this little town. And every time the people went to go out and vote, they did not want this person that kept on getting back in, but they kept rigging the votes.
Yep.
And so that he would always get back in, even though nobody liked who he was. Then nobody liked how he ran the town. So when the veterans came home and they went to Athens, Tennessee, where they were from, they found out about all this corruption. And you know what they did? They took matters into their own hands. They
Yeah.
decided to confront the corruption, and they went to the they armed themselves with the guns and rifles and ammunition, and they were fighting with the sheriff's department
Mm-hmm.
because they were corrupt. And you know what? They ended up winning.
Oh, they end up winning the corruption.
They ended up winning the fight
Nice.
that they were having with the corrupt officials. And from then on, they had elections that were more fair and honest, and they weren't corrupt anymore. So
Yeah.
I took a handful of people. It didn't take a majority of the citizens, of the residents, to do something about it. It took a handful of veterans to take the matters into their own hand. And that's what Chip said. I have not forgotten that story.
Yeah, Chip did say that too, and he was on today too, and Chip and CJ, and they had mentioned a couple of things. I can play the video back, but I don't know if you. I mean, I could play some of the video of
What did they say?
Spindle City Straight Talk. Linda, where's today's video for Spindle City Straight Talk? I'm gonna play it live.
Because to me, Chip and CJ sound like they're all fed up with what's going on in Fall River.
Yeah. Yeah, today's live stream. I don't know. I think I sent it to you. Wait.
I can't watch it, David.
No, it's on your messenger.
Yeah, I can't watch it.
I'm gonna go to your messenger. Oh, I got it right here. I'm gonna play that.
Oh, look at this new door. It's a lady tomorrow. Oh my gosh, did you see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna play it. So let me see if it will play. It may not because there it is. I'm gonna play this audio. This is today's show.
I lost you, Dave. I don't know.
I'm right here.
It seems like I can do about an hour, and then it just decides to shut off. So, but next week it'll all go back to normal, so to speak. So this will be the last time that this will be happening, and I'm probably gonna have to get off.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are.
I'm right here. I'm right here.
Okay. I was just about to go.
Yeah, don't go. You hearing the video?
No, I can't hear what they're saying. What is it that you wanted to talk about, Dave?
All right.
They said. What did they say?
Well, they've been saying some stuff about the mayor, and CJ. He does a lot of yelling. Sometimes
they're all fed up. Both of them are fed up with everything.
Yeah, they're fed up with everything. Let's put it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
CJ and Chip. But and the mayors, they're basically just fed up with.
So there are now a couple of candidates that have come out and said that they're running for the mayor's office in Fall River.
All right. Okay. Yep. Let me find that one. You got Christopher Silver for mayor because you matter. Then you got Carlos Caesar. Carlos Caesar, he's running for mayor. Then you got Gabriel Boomer Amaral running for mayor. And then Peckham for city council. Chris Peckham for city council.
Wait, what? Now, who is the, I saw a couple of names on Facebook
All right.
that have Facebook pages, and I saw one in particular that I was kind of looking into. And he was endorsed by a state representative of Bristol County.
Would that be Carlos Caesar?
Okay.
Yeah, because if he was endorsed by somebody from Bristol County, yes. So it had to been Carlos Caesar.
Okay, so that representative from Bristol County who has endorsed Caesar.
Yeah.
So, right? Carlos
Go
Caesar.
ahead. Go ahead.
He I believe, and I'm gonna double check this, but I believe that state representative of Bristol County voted for the 2026 budget that included money for the illegals.
No.
So I have to double check that, but that name that I saw and that he endorses Caesar, I'm like, okay, I don't like this state rep because I think he's a rhino. I think the state rep is either a Democrat or a rhino.
Yeah.
And then there's somebody who wants to do an audit.
That was Carlos Caesar.
Okay.
He wants the audit.
He wants to do an audit with Diane DiVirgilio.
Yeah, forensic audit.
Okay, she has not been able to do a forensic audit because they won't let her. So why does he want to do a state audit with her? Like, why does he want to do an audit with her? I don't understand. Like, why does he need her to do an audit for Fall River?
Well, because we need an audit.
But why do you need Diane DiVirgilio to do it?
I have no idea.
All right, to me, this guy sounds like a rhino. He sounds like a Democrat or a rhino. He is a Republican. He's not a Republican. That's what I'm trying to say. He's not a Republican. Oh. This guy's not a Republican. No.
The one that's running for mayor.
No, he's a rhino. He's not a Republican. He's a rhino.
Okay.
Well, because you have the state rep from Bristol County who endorses him. And is he a Republican or is he a Democrat or is he a rhino?
Well, Carlos Caesar was Linda.
Yes?
Is Carlos Caesar a Republican or a Democrat?
He's Republican endorsed. I'll show you.
He's a Republican endorsed. Republican, yes. He's a Republican.
I know, but that doesn't mean that he's a Republican. Like,
what'd you say, Linda?
Hold on.
Yeah, because.
Okay. Well, my point is that I don't think he's a Republican the way you want him to be a Republican.
He's voted by State Representative John Gaskin, the 2nd Plymouth District.
Right.
You heard that, right?
Yeah, I said that there's a state representative that.
Yeah, he's a Republican. Him. Yeah, he's a Republican. Or independent.
Okay, because to me, it doesn't sound like he's a Republican.
Well, he's independent.
He's an independent or a rhino.
Well, it depended. Yeah.
But if he has an endorsement from the state rep of Bristol County, who said yes to the 2026 budget for giving money to the illegals, and that guy's a rhino.
I don't know if he did that, but I could ask him.
All I have to do is go look at the record and see how he voted. That's all. That's all I need to find out. So
yeah, let me know how he voted. Yeah.
So in other words, it's like I'm already, if I was somebody who was going to go vote for mayor of Fall River, I'm already suspicious about him.
Yeah, you get kind of, but you know something though, sometimes instincts could be wrong too, you know. But we have to be careful. You're right. I agree.
Oh no, I'm not talking about instincts. I'm not talking about instincts. I'm talking about somebody who endorses this guy who's a rhino.
Oh boy.
And that's why, you know what? That's why it's important to do your homework. That's why it's important to look and see how is this guy Caesar, all of a sudden he knows people that are in the state house. Like how is this possible?
Because he used to be the president of the neighborhood association. And and plus he was the first immigrant to come into this country. And he was the first. Him and his wife, they were the first immigrant to come into this country. They filled out papers to be a citizen in this country.
All right, but I don't know what that's got to do with the state house.
I don't know.
How does he know? How did he get endorsed?
I don't know.
Well, that's my question. How did he get endorsed by a state rep? And how is he throwing around Diane DiVirgilio's name?
This from Carlos Caesar's page here, David.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We're on his page right now.
Carlos Caesar from Mayor's page.
Okay.
Following is a full forensic audit now. He posted this yesterday.
Yeah, wait a minute. Hold on. Carlos Caesar from there. He just posted this yesterday.
On his campaign page.
On his campaign page. Hold on. Oh boy. Let's see.
He didn't want one for us, those kids were up and grown.
Carlos Caesar from there. Come on. I hate this. I hate AI. Carlos Caesar for mayor.
Should I read the post?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right on his page right here.
I got it here.
Yeah, Linda's gonna read the post here. Linda knows more about him than I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Lisa.
Hi.
This is what the post reads on Carlos Caesar's campaign page.
Mm-hmm.
Fall River needs a forensic audit now.
Yeah.
Fall River's budget nearly doubled from $271 million to $517 million in just 4 years. Public safety still lags. Roads still flood. Where did the money go? As mayor, my first act will be to demand a full forensic audit of every department. With support from State Auditor Diana DiZoglio, I'll investigate waste, misuse of funds, and misplace priorities and get resources where they belong. It's time to bring real accountability back to City Hall. So since launching my campaign for mayor, I've made one thing clear. My first act will be to demand a full forensic audit of the city budget from fiscal year 2020 to fiscal year 2025. Fall River's budget exploded from $271 million to $571 million. Fall River's budget exploded from $271 million to $517 million, a staggering 90.8% increase in just 4 years. That's only doubling the budget with little show for it. Streets still flood, public safety lags, car services underperform. So where did all the money go? Under Mayor Coogan, the budget rose $60 million from fiscal year 2023 to fiscal year 2025 alone. Departments like the mayor's office raised 20%, equity inclusion up 50%, and human services up 32%, saw massive hikes, while storm drains and police departments were left behind. City leadership moved $280,000 in unused police overtime to other departments amid a rise in violent crime, raising serious concerns about spending priorities. Enough is enough. I'll call for a full audit of every department, partner with State Auditor Diana DiZoglio to ensure independence and accountability. Investigate misuse of ARPA funds, wasteful contracts, and bloated budgets. Redirect money to where it's needed in both public safety infrastructure and essential services. Fall River residents deserve answers and a government that puts people over politics. Let's bring accountability back to City Hall. Call Caesar candidate for mayor July 29, 2025.
Did that answer? Did that answer the question?
No, I know. I saw that. I saw that, Dave. I saw that post. And that's what I'm talking about. He's putting in Diane DiVirgilio's name in there, who she can't even get an audit done. So why is he throwing?
He was the first challenger to have it. He was ready.
Well, see what Annalisa's saying is that he's putting her name in there where she cannot even get an audit done. So I don't know anything about that. So
what I think he's doing, this is my assumption, is that this guy Caesar is trying to get a heads up on everybody else, because I think it's a crowded bunch of people that are running for the mayor. I think there's a bunch of people that are running. So what he's doing is he's getting endorsed by the state rep and throwing in Diane DiVirgilio's name to stand out and look like he's I don't know, like he's first of all, I would not, if I was a candidate, I would not be throwing around Diane DiVirgilio's name, or I would not want to be endorsed by a rhino or a Democrat, especially a liberal one. So to me, this guy is the same. He's like them. In other words, he says he's going to do all these things and he's going to do nothing.
Well, yeah. Well, we have to. I don't know, but well, I mean, we have to give him a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, there are others in the field. He's not the only one.
Yeah, but still, but there, I get it, but there's, but he has more to offer. Carlos has more to offer.
Like what? Why do you say that?
Boomer Amaral. Boomer Amaral hasn't. Boomer Amaral hasn't, put out anything yet. Christopher.
Well, why does Carlos have more to offer? You said he had more to offer. Like, what makes you think?
He has more. He has more to offer. You know what I'm saying? What I see here. You know what I'm saying? So what Linda had just read to you. Carlos has more to offer than any other candidate.
And I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that.
I don't know. Linda, what offer?
What?
Well, she doesn't know what it means.
What?
When I say Carlos has more to offer, she doesn't know what that means.
That's a very big statement.
That's a very big statement.
That's a very vague statement, David.
That's a very vague statement. So, I mean, hey, look, but I always said this. This is what I said. Okay, if Carlos don't make it, you got Christopher Silva. He's running for mayor. Then you got
I think
Boomer.
he's better. I think he's better.
Yeah. Well, I think so too. But I'm gonna wait and see who's going to and the primary and I'm gonna see who's going to win the primaries.
Yeah, and a city employee said, "Oh, there's nobody qualified to run against Paul Coon because they don't have college degrees." I said, "I don't care what about people's college degrees. I care they get the job done."
I don't care about their college degrees.
Right,
I expect them to get their job done.
Well,
but that's what I'm going to do when it's time for me to vote. Okay, when it's time for me to vote, I'm going to see who's going to go head to head with Coogan. Okay. I'm going to see who's going to win the November primaries.
Yeah, well, that's like,
So
you
if
pick the
Carlos
person you
Caesar
like.
wins the November primaries and goes head to head with Coogan, so
I thought it was September.
Or maybe we'll get a special gift in the primaries and Coogan.
I think it's September. I think it's
whatever the case may be.
Whatever the case may be, I want to see who's going to go head to head with Coogan.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to vote for that person, though.
Yeah,
okay?
well, then, yeah, I would have to vote. You know what I'm saying?
And to me, Caesar does not sound like someone who's going to change anything in Fall River.
Well, I don't know. They're going to get the job done. So, if it takes to vote for somebody to get the job done, all I want is someone to get the job done. That's all I want.
Yeah, but if people are gonna vote for Carlos Caesar, they're gonna get the same crap that they had from Mayor Coogan.
Well,
they're gonna get the same thing. It's no different. If he's being endorsed by a rhino from Bristol County, the state rep, and then he throws around Diane DiVirgilio's name, and I don't know why he's doing that and associating it with the Fall River audit. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I'd say, you know what? Anything's better than Coogan right about now.
Well, no, because you're not going to see any difference.
Well, I mean,
and this is what I'm talking about. When these candidates run for office and they know how to manipulate the voter by making people think that he's associated with some state rep that is a rhino that has done absolutely nothing for Massachusetts or Bristol County. And Diane DiVirgilio. It's like, what the hell does she have got anything to do with Fall River?
Well, I don't know.
Right, I don't know.
I'll have to check. I'll have to check up on. I'll have to do some.
Why is he throwing out her name? I think he's just doing that so that people are gonna think that he's associated with them so that they'll vote for him. And it's like, you know what? If I were him, I would not be doing that because they are rhinos and they're not doing anything.
Well, that's why I'm waiting to see who. I got I have Christopher Silver. He's running for mayor. I know did a lot. I know Christopher did a lot of good things for the city of Fall River, with the donations and stuff, and for the Gabriel House fire and everything, and they made quite a bit. So Christopher Silver, Gabriel, Amaral, Boomer, running for mayor. So I got my eyes set on two. But I want to see what's going to happen in the primaries. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but you have to vote in the primaries, Dave. You have
to.
So you're going to wait and see what happens, but you still have to vote to see.
Still have to.
Now, I am definitely not impressed with Caesar being endorsed by a state rep or mentioning Diane DiVirgilio. I am not impressed by that at all. As a matter of fact, I think that that's a hindrance. And I would not be going around bragging about that because they're doing nothing.
I don't know her personally, so.
That's not the point. You don't have to know her personally. They're not doing anything for the state is my point.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well.
Okay, so if he is being endorsed by them, that is not a good sign. That is just not a good sign. It's not.
Well, he may win, so.
Well, then you're going to get the same thing if he may win.
We'll get the same old bullshit.
Different. You're not going to get anything different. Because for some reason, like always, these people know how to manipulate information and get people to think that they're going to do something different, and they're not going to do anything different at all. They're going to do the same old, same old.
Because I just don't vote for anybody.
And so, again, maybe that's what people want. Maybe they're comfortable with the same old, and then they're going to complain.
Well, there is people out there that do complain a lot, but I mean, I just don't vote for anybody. I vote, I vote according to their experience.
Fall River, well, see, no, Fall River has a lot of issues, and you need to find a candidate, not the one that's bragging about who he knows at the state house, but the person who actually goes out there and talks to the people. And
he does knock on doors.
No, I'm talking about talking with the people, finding out what they want. You had a guy on here one time, David. What was his name? He came on to talk.
Oh, that would be Alfonso, but he didn't get the signatures.
Yeah, now he sounded good too.
Yeah, he didn't get the signatures that he didn't get the signatures.
Right. So
yeah,
I thought he would have been better than Caesar. So I think Caesar has connections, and that's why he got the signatures, and that's why he's bragging about who he knows at the state house, which I don't think is a good sign at all. At all.
Well, but I got my eye on 2 other candidates.
So I would rather find out more about the other candidates.
I know Christopher Silva. I know him very well. They own a coffee shop on South Main Street.
Yeah, and he sounds good too.
I like Christopher Silva. Silva.
Right. So but, I think somebody like down to earth, who has a business, who talks to people, who knows, how to run a business, is, I think, much more valuable than someone who goes around bragging about having the endorsement of a rhino or a liberal that is ruining this state. They're doing nothing. They're doing nothing for no one but themselves. And yeah, you heard that, Caesar. That's from me. If he's listening to this, if I was somebody that was going to vote in Bristol County, I would not be voting for you.
But I would, Christopher Silva, yeah, well, they own it. They own a great restaurant up in in South Main Street, and they're very good people. And I'll tell you though, the coffee up there is great. You got to go up there and try it. But something though, I'm gonna, and this is why I don't run for any political office. So, but I'm gonna say to all the candidates out there, okay, to all of them, I'm gonna say Christopher Silva, good luck. Boomer, good luck. Carlos Caesar, good luck. Good luck to all of you. Okay, and the best man wins out there. So.
And you know what? Yeah, good luck to them. But who really needs to know is the voter needs to be smart, and they need to know who they're voting for. Okay, and what they're doing. And and if they want the same old, then you put in somebody who agrees with giving money to the illegals, and where Fall River is going to be worse than it was under Paul Coogan, probably. I just don't see any advantage for Caesar to talk about knowing or getting endorsed by somebody from the state house that voted for this budget and everything else that's going on in this state. I don't know why he wants to be associated with those people.
Oh.
I don't personally understand why he wants to be associated with them.
I don't either, but like I said, good luck to all the candidates out there. You know what I'm saying, to every one of you.
And let's hope
But
that
I
the
hope
vote.
I hope the voters out there. Okay, I hope the voters out there choose wisely out there.
Right.
Choose your candidates. Choose
Right.
choose your candidates. Look them up. Okay, see what your candidates are about. Then when it comes time to vote, then you vote and you make your choice. That's all I got to say.
Well, yeah, but go in the voting booth informed.
So look at your candidates. I mean, you got Carlos Caesar out there. You got Boomer. You got who else you have out there? Uh, you got Carlos Caesar. You got Boomer. You got Christopher Silver out there. So and I think you got another guy out there too. There's another guy out there that I tried one time when he was at Stop and Shop getting signatures. I tried to get him on a podcast, and he refuses to come on a podcast and answer questions. So I'm trying to think of his name. Let me see. I think I'm trying to think of his name. Let me see if I can find his name. Oh my God. Things are getting worse. What can get any better? Let me see here. But anyways, you got three. You got one, two, three. You got four candidates out there running for mayor. And just choose what you need to choose. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad you have a choice.
I'm glad you have a choice.
And I've already, me personally, I have already eliminated one person, and I would prefer Silva over Caesar, and I don't know about the other two.
Well, Boomer hasn't made a statement yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he hasn't made a statement yet what he's going to do. Okay, so that's why, I mean, this is why Boomer hasn't made a statement yet. Okay, so this is why I went with the first candidate. So that means if I go with the first candidate, okay, okay, that doesn't mean that I'm going to vote for that candidate. Okay, if I go with the first candidate, that doesn't mean I'm going to vote for the candidate. Okay, I have my choices out there. So before I vote for anybody, I want to hear to all the candidates out there, every single one of them. What are you going to do if you become mayor of the city of Fall River? Okay, what are you going to do for the people of Fall River? That's what we want to know.
Yeah, but I mean, you right now you have two official candidates, right? You have two.
We have three official candidates out there. Yeah, there's another one. I'm trying to think of his name though.
So you have three official.
So we got three out there. So we got three out there, not four. Okay. So just because I picked Carlos Caesar, you know what I'm saying? Just because I picked him, that doesn't mean that I'm gonna be Pacific gonna vote for him. Okay. Because right now, Carlos Caesar has stuff out there already. Regardless, he still has stuff out there. So now I'm waiting for the other candidates to post stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, but no, they have. Silva has. But the problem is that I just mentioned before, Caesar put stuff out there to make himself impressive because he's been endorsed by a state rep at the State House and by mentioning Diane DiVirgilio's name. That's what I think he wants people to pay attention to.
Well, I mean, if that's the case,
So he
but,
is the only one, so far as I can tell, he's the only one mentioning that he has connections with the state house.
okay, so, but yeah, all right, so
Now, I'm not impressed by that.
okay,
Because I think they're doing a lousy job for the state.
well, I think so too. But the only reason why I picked that for now because all the other candidates don't have uh, stuff out there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying so.
what you're saying, Dave, I think, is that they don't have an endorsement from a rhino at the state house, and you're assuming that he knows Diane DiVirgilio, and I don't know why people would be impressed by that.
Oh, I don't even know the woman, so I mean,
That's not the point. It's not the point. The point is that he's using these two people to set himself apart from the others and giving the impression that he would be a better choice because he has and knows maybe these people, which I disagree with.
okay. Well, we can always
Now,
disagree.
Silva has stuff out there, like you
Okay.
said. He's got it too, which to me, he sounds much more practical than Caesar does.
Okay. So we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to Silver's page. Let me see. I gotta find it now. So he has stuff out there, right? You said.
Yeah, he has a
Okay.
page. I saw it.
Christopher Silver. Political page. Oh, he does have a political page. Let's see what he's got out here. All right. Well, let me see here. He's got some stuff out here. Helping someone you always need to meet, defending. Okay. Let me see. Does he have something saying in a political page? See what he's saying. Let me see here. Let me see here. Well, let me see here. My heart, well, he's got something out here. My heart is broken last 50 times. Well, with a homeless person out there, with a homeless person with a baby outside and sleeping on a bench. That's terrible. Um, but he did a lot of things for Fall River.
Yeah, and
So
he should be talking about that.
yes,
He
yeah,
should be
he did a
talking
lot
about
of
that in his political page.
yeah, he did a lot of things out there. He has. And I'll give Christopher Silva a lot of credit. Okay, he's did things with the fire department. He did things with the fire department. He raised money. He raised money from the Gabriel House. Okay, and he's also did a lot of cleanups around everywhere. He's did a lot of cleanups, and I'll tell you, Christopher Silva. I mean, well, he would be my second choice. So,
He should be your first choice.
well, I mean, I gotta see how the election goes.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
well, Christopher, I mean, Caesar to me just sounds like a hot air. It sounds
well,
like hot air.
well,
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
Whereas Silva has actually proven himself to actually be doing something for the community. And I have no idea what Caesar has done.
Well, Caesar has done a lot too for the community. He has. I'm going to tell you exactly what Carlos Caesar has done for this community. Carlos Caesar had put on shows out here in the Flint neighborhood, bands, trivia bands, and he spent his own money too to do it. Believe it or not.
For what?
Okay, trivia bands like
For what
Bud,
though? For what? For like entertainment? For
like
people to be
block
entertained?
block parties, block parties. Block
Okay,
parties.
so but that's got nothing to do with the firefighters or Gabriel House or
Okay.
anything else.
No.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just trying to let me tell you exactly what Carlos Caesar has done for the neighborhood. Okay.
Well, that's not really doing anything in my opinion.
Okay.
But go ahead.
But I'm just saying, well, everybody has one. I'm just saying that, Carlos Caesar put on block parties for the neighborhoods, okay, in the Flint area. He's brought, let's put it this way, he's brought the circus, to town, okay, for us, for the kids, to enjoy themselves. He spent his own money. What else he did? He also, took everybody else.
So you're
Bus,
impressed by
bus.
that then?
No,
So you're
I'm
impressed by that.
no, but I'm just saying, what Carlos has done.
Well, okay, for you that means he's doing something for the community. For me, all he's doing is making sure people have fun. The other guy, Silva, is more involved in raising money for probably the victims of the Gabriel House and the firefighters, which is
I
something
agree
that
with
is
that.
more
But I
important
wasn't.
than having fun at a circus.
But also Carlos Caesar too did a lot of fundraising too. Okay, he did a lot of fundraising for a lot of things too.
Like what?
So
Like what?
well, for charity for kids and everything. Yeah, he did a lot of cleanups too. He's been out in neighborhoods, cleaning up in the neighborhood too as well. Um, he's did a lot of things. I can name numerous things that he's done. For the
So
neighborhood.
both candidates have done numerous things.
Yes, both
But
candidates.
but for some reason you prefer Caesar.
I'm not saying I prefer him. I'm not saying that. Okay, I didn't say that. I said that right now.
What does he do? What does he do for work, Dave?
He does work. I don't know what that's his personal life. You know what I'm saying? I don't get into people's personal life.
Well,
He does
don't
work.
you want to know what you know that Silva has a business, but you don't know
Yeah,
what
he does. Well, Carlos Caesar does work. He does work.
but you don't know what he does.
I don't know what he does. He hasn't told us what he does. So
No, so he does nothing. So he does nothing.
no, I'm not going to say he does nothing, but he does have a job.
Okay. But
So
you don't know what it is. He has a job,
I don't.
but you don't know what it is.
No, I can't. I'm not gonna. I don't even know myself. I wish I
Oh
knew.
my
Then I would
gosh.
say. I wish I knew.
This guy Caesar already knows how to play the field. He's already knows how to manipulate people with doing very little.
But I didn't say I was going to vote for him. I said that it's there, but I want to see who's going to go up against Mayor Paul Coogan. It could be Carlos Caesar going up against Mayor Paul Coogan. It could be Christopher going up against Mayor Paul Coogan. It could be Boomer Amro going up against Mayor Paul Coogan. I don't even know.
Oh yeah, I know you don't know, but I'm just saying that out of the candidates that are out there right now, from what I saw on the Facebook page today, was that I was not impressed by Caesar.
Well, that's your opinion. Yeah, I get it.
That's right. It is my opinion.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not impressed. You know what I'm saying? And believe me, I'm not. And believe it or not, Annalisa, I'm not on any politician side. Believe it or not, I'm just the media that goes out there.
Watch you again. If you're still there, Dave, I can't hear you.
My ears must be deaf then. Oh Lord, that's all right. I can hear you moving around a little bit.
There you are.
Yeah, I'm here.
What is it?
Oh Lord,
I lost you again.
I'm always getting lost.
Well, that's it. This is going to be interesting. I'm glad that you prefer a mayoral candidate for Fall River that I don't. This should be interesting.
Well, yeah, but I'm not saying I'm going to vote for that person. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, okay, I'm going to go vote for Carlos. You know what I'm saying? I didn't say, I never said I would. You know what I'm saying? Because,
Oh, I didn't say that, but it seems like you're favoring one over the other, which I kind of
but,
find.
but I also, I have, my other favorite would be Christopher. Okay, too. You know what I'm saying? So, I would, when I get to the polls, I make up my mind, you know? And then I'll take a picture of it and send it to you.
Well, this like I said, this is going to be interesting.
This is going to be an interesting election because you've
Yeah,
got.
I'm going to follow pretty much Silva to see what he does and what he posts.
Yeah.
But I'll be able to see Caesar too. And so far, I'm not crazy about what he's posting, especially what I read today. So.
Well, no, but I'm Fall River media. Okay, I can't get involved with anybody, any political stuff. I could talk about it, but I can't be involved with it. All I can do is go out there and vote.
I know that's what you're doing. You're talking about it. What do you mean you can't get involved?
No. But I'm talking about it, but I can't. As me doing, it'd be conflict of interest if I'm doing, favoring one and not favoring the other one. That'd be conflict of interest.
No, it isn't. You're
For
the
me, it
media.
would.
You can favor one over the other.
Yeah,
how is it a conflict of interest?
Well, all right. Let's put it this way. I have, I have my two favorites. I have Carlos and I have Chris De Silva. So, hey, I like to see Chris De Silva get it. I would like to see Chris get it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but we'll see what happens during the election. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
It should be interesting when the candidates go live and they start, doing debates. You know what I'm saying? So it should be interesting.
The both of them should be debating at this point.
Yeah.
Or pretty soon.
Yeah. So, but
because that would be very good if they both came out and people can ask questions to them and see what they say.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, look at last time I ran for city council, I was on the debate side table, and believe me, I've had people hit me with questions after questions after questions.
Yeah, of course. So that's good though.
It is good. But I was more for public safety. I've always had an interest in public safety. I like the police department, the fire department, and so on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's important too, but I kind of favor the economy.
Yeah, and I have a favor. I have my favor with the economy too. You know what I'm saying? I want the economy to be better. Mayor Paul Coogan ain't doing really much of anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we got
it's the whole state that's not doing anything economically.
The whole economy. You're right. The whole state's not doing anything, and Mayor Paul Coogan's part of it.
Yeah, but you know what? So are the state reps because they're voting in this nonsense.
Yes. And, the state reps are part of it too.
Yeah, and the guy who endorsed Caesar is part of it as well. Diane DiVirgilio is part of it as well. All these reps are part of it. They're not helping the state at all. They're not doing anything for job growth. Massachusetts has the worst job growth in the country.
And I agree. And we know something. and I agree with it. And we have more crime here in the city, okay, than you know, okay. We
Well,
do.
if people had jobs and they were able to make a decent living where they can have a roof over their head, have food to eat, transportation, violence goes down.
Well,
Violence
well,
goes down. But if this trend continues where jobs are sparse
jobs
and
are sparse around here.
people are not working, you're going to get more violence. You're
Yeah.
going to get more violence.
Well, we have more domestic violence, and we have more debate. We have more domestic violence in this city alone. Okay, more domestic violence in this city alone. Okay.
Yeah,
Eh,
domestic violence is usually because, again, there's job scarcity and money is not available. So you're going to get domestic abuse.
Yep. And it's just the if you're out of work, if you're out of work and your wife says, well, you need to go out and get a job, then all of a sudden,
Right.
then all of a sudden a fight starts. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Right.
well, I can. Well, honey, I cannot go out and get a job. I cannot find a job. There's no money in it. Well, we need money to pay the rent. We need money to pay the
Right.
bills.
Right.
That's how the domestic violence stops. Is by
That's
that's
right.
how
It's
the fight
because of
starts.
money. It's because
That's right.
usually it's
Money.
because of money. That
Yeah.
so if there are no jobs and they can't
Mhm.
find a job, and if it's a minimum paying job wage, $15, I mean it's not really a lot of money.
And really,
Um,
the woman says, "Oh, it ain't enough." Well, you know something? Well, hey, if that's not enough, hey, it's better than nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's better than
well,
not bringing any
something
money in.
else, Dave, too, is that if people do not have skills, they're not going to make money. Period.
Hey, look, I have skills and I can't find a decent job. I have a lot of skills, and I can't find what I'm looking for.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
Okay,
I'm talking about. There's
Jacob, my son,
no
my son Jacob has skills in electronics. Okay, and he graduated. Okay, he's got a diploma. Okay, and he cannot find he cannot find a decent job that's gonna fit him. Okay, I mean, you know.
Well, I told you that the job growth rate in Massachusetts is the worst in the country.
Well, thanks to the state, and thanks to the state, and thanks to the our local elections. That's why. That's
And
why our.
know, and,
Go ahead.
and that yes, and the problem too is that the elected officials lie to the people.
And the people, and when the elected officials lie to the people, and then the people fall for it.
Right. Because they don't want to hear the truth.
No.
And so then they vote in the same crap all over again, and then you're
And
gonna
then,
and it's gonna get worse, Dave. It's gonna get worse.
yes, it is. And I see it. It is getting worse.
If people are going to vote in the same candidates that are going to do the same thing, it's going to get worse. It's just going to get
Not
worse.
getting any better. It's not.
No, it won't. No. It's going to be tough. It's going to be a tough. I think it's going to be a tough challenge for Massachusetts to get out of the chokehold of the Democrats and the rhinos.
I tell these people every single day out there, every single day. I said, if you vote for the same people in all the time, then you're part of the problem. Okay? Then you don't want change. You're part of the problem.
Right.
Okay?
That's right.
But if you want change, then you start voting different.
That's right.
Different people. So that way
Right.
we can have different ideas.
Right.
If you vote for the same people in all the time, then you're part of the problem.
Yep. Absolutely.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
you've got to get the non-voters to go out and vote.
You guys got to get out there and vote for different candidates. Look into your candidates. Search what you're looking for. If you like Carlos Caesar, then you vote for Carlos Caesar. If you like Christopher Silva, then you vote for Christopher. If you like Boomer, then you vote for Boomer. But if you vote for the same people back in, like Mayor Paul Coogan, then you're part of the problem.
Well, you know
And-
what they're banking on, these guys like Mayor Paul Coogan and the other incumbents. They're banking on a low voter.
ABC.
The low voter turnout. That's what they're looking for.
They're looking for a low voter turnout. That's what they're looking for. That's right.
That's what they want because they're going to get back in. And if
But you know something, go ahead.
If they're not going to go vote, and they're going to be doing the same thing that they did that allowed Paul Coogan and the rest of them to get in, then they're going to get back in.
And then guess what? Then they're part of the problem.
Yeah, and you know
they're part of the problem.
If they don't go vote, then they can't be complaining about what's going on. That's all.
You know, but if they start complaining the next 2 years, I'm going to say, hey, look, you know what? You vote these people back in, I don't want to hear it. That's your problem.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about.
That's what I would say.
I'm talking about the voters that don't vote. They're voting them in as well without, I don't think, knowing. If they don't go vote, they are also voting in for this mess that is going on because they refuse to vote.
Yeah.
They won't vote. So you get these people that are always the same people that go out and vote, the low voter turnout, and they always vote for the incumbent.
Yeah, they always do.
So they're not, the non-voters are not doing anybody any favors by not voting.
Yep, the non-voters, yes. They're not doing anybody a favor for not voting. They gotta get out there and vote. They gotta get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? Because all I hear, because all I hear, okay, well, Mayor Paul Coogan ain't doing this. Mayor Paul Coogan ain't doing that.
Right.
Mayor Paul, if you feel that Mayor Paul Coogan is not leading the city, being a leader of the city like you want him to be, then you vote him out. Get out there and vote.
Yes.
Get off your rocking chair. Stop eating your pizza and your chicken, okay?
Right.
And get out there and vote. If you want to change, you get out there and vote.
Yep, you have to vote.
Stop being a couch potato and eating your chicken on the couch and eating popcorn, right? Okay.
Right.
And weighing 385 pounds. Get off the couch, okay? Get off the couch, okay? And get some exercise. Get down to the polls and vote vote Mayor Paul Coogan out if you want change. Stop eating your chicken and eating your popcorn and being a couch potato and weighing 350 pounds. That's all I got to say. Well, I don't care.
There's too many people like that.
Because there's too much fat in the chicken. Annalisa, if I got something to say, I'll
Dave,
say
I
it.
got to get going.
Yeah.
If
You want to be on tomorrow?
it was fun. It's been I like doing this, but I can't come on tomorrow. I can do Friday, or if you want to wait next week, you decide.
We'll do Friday. We'll do Friday.
Okay.
We'll do Friday night, 6:30. Then when you get all this other stuff straightened out.
All right.
Okay.
We'll continue with this, and I will look at the posts of Silva.
Yeah.
And see what else he's got to say, and Caesar as well. So this should be interesting.
Yeah. This whole thing's going to be interesting. Get off the couch and start eating your chicken.
Right. Get up off the couch. All right. I will talk to you later, Dave. It was
Yeah.
fun, and I will talk to you on Friday night.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun again up until the election.
That's right. This is going to be fun. Exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
man, I love to watch a little clown show and talk about it.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
Let's
Okay.
see what's going to
Okay.
happen.
See you Friday night,
All right. Talk to you
6:30.
later. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so yeah, they Annalisa, yeah, she's my co-host on a uh like every Wednesdays and Thursdays, but we're gonna do a show on Friday because she can't do it on Thursday. So we're gonna do a show on Friday at 6:30, and then we'll go back to our original. But anyways, if you guys want to change, okay, you want to change, you guys got to get out there and vote. Okay, you have to get out there and vote because that's the only way you guys are going to get a change. Get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, get off the couch. Stop being a couch potato. Okay. Lay off the chicken and the French fries. Okay. And go and get out and vote. Because if you don't get out there, if the non-voters don't get out there and vote, then you know something. And if the incumbents get back in, then you're part of the problem. Okay, and that's all I'm going to say for tonight. You'll be part of the problem. But anyways, I'm going to read some stuff over here that Hunter had put up here. Yeah, Chef Jeff got shut down. Oh. They are going to call the cops. Oh my God. You people are just ridiculous. Fall River Mayor needs to be voted out. Yeah, I do agree. Yeah, Mayor Paul Coogan needs to be voted out. You know what I'm saying? Because these people are ruining he's ruining things. So he needs to be voted out. Yes, she does. So does and the governor too, Governor Moore Healy, as I was talking about earlier. Um, we were. Let's see here. Yeah, 3,870 per family per week. Governor Healy promises to in shelters spending, but the money keeps flowing. That the latest reports that shows that weekly costs haven't actually gone up instead of ending the program. They are simply moving legals, immigrants, and dismissible immigrants from one taxpayer funding programs to another and calling it a reform that the burden on taxpayers hasn't gone away. It has just been rebrandished and restricted. Yeah, so we have to so we have to yeah, she has to be out, you know what I'm saying? So I mean it's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? I mean, between Mayor Paul Coogan and the governor of Massachusetts, Maura Healey, and Mayor Wu, you know what I'm saying? Mayor Wu, the National Guards don't need to be there to help the people out. But I think Boston does need the National Guards up there to help the people out. Yeah, so I think so. But Mayor Will is actually just being a tyrant. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how it goes. Just like Mayor Paul Coogan is also being a tyrant too. And he's in on it with the illegals too. And that puts it in question. That puts it in question. Why isn't the fire department being upgraded? Okay, so Is he giving money to the illegals too? Okay, and is he giving the money to the illegals? So that puts that in question. So I'm going to read a couple more things over here. I was just reading this. Theft suspect led in Massachusetts State Police and local police a long chase at the end of ferry and crashed on 195. So that'll be another day. I'll talk about that on Friday. Let's see here. Let's see what else is good to talk about. I'm gonna get back to some of this stuff. I mean, there's a lot of issues going on. Okay, crime rates up in the city. Mayor Paul Coogan thinks it's okay. He says that nothing's happening, but I'm out there every day. I see crime. I see the crimes everywhere. People. It's still going on. Okay. And the time that I ran for city council, and I proved my point. Okay, that old ladies, when they come out of the banks, they get beat up. Okay, they get their money robbed. Okay, so I proved my point the last time I ran for city council. Okay, and it's still happening still today. But things like that shouldn't even be happening. Okay, I mean we had this city had its problems, but guess what? Okay, this city had its problems, but not as much as we have it now. So things need to change here in the city of Fall River. We need to change mayors. So, like I said, okay, you have Carlos Caesar out there running for mayor. You have Christopher out there running for mayor. So you have two candidates that okay, that did a lot for the neighborhood. Okay, so you got two candidates that have did a lot for the neighborhood. So right now, I'm not picking. Right now, I'm not picking. I don't support candidates because I don't support candidates. I don't want to support candidates right now. I want to see who's going to go up against Mayor Paul Coogan, and also I want to hear what all the candidates have to say and what they have to offer. So I'm urging everybody, get out there, vote. Even get off your couch, get out there and vote. If you're looking for change here in the city of Fall River. So, but I want to thank Corey for well, thank you all for watching, and please stay angry and hold your politicians accountable, like CJ and Chip would always say. Take care, everybody. Have a great night. I'll be on Friday, and we will actually discuss more on what's going on here in the city of Fall River. So, because she's had bad connection, so the connection will be okay Friday at 6:30. So take care, everybody. Have a great night. And this is Dave Mead, Fall River Media News. See you guys on Friday. Thank God that this show is over. Bye now. Have a great night, everybody. And then we'll switch gears again, and we'll be on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Take care, everybody.